This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
As I see a Rich Hospital, I say Ghana brand to be friend Ralph, and then a friend to be called Rich Hospital. Na omope treatment. Treatment na omope every hospital personnel no. The way na omope the attention from the personnel monsankenti. Whatever happened there, we on Loud Silence TV, Loud Silence Media, we condemn it 100,000 times. It is condemnable. Nobody should sit on any platform to encourage it, whether they were casualties or whether they were not casualties. It is not acceptable for anybody to walk into any health facility to pressurize personnel in any form. In any form. Say something should be done. Whether do anything against any medical personnel, we condemn it outright. And I will never sit on my platform and say, where dear, now say, NPP ni, where dear, Ralph, as I know, Sir Ralph, na me no social media, no. He has never been on social media to tell anybody so NDC. Until he pulls out his party card to tell me, say, NDC on social media. But hey, I cannot refer to Ralph as an NDC person. The same way I mean to me for NPP ni or NDC. No. I am speaking to him as a citizen of the Republic of Ghana and not as any party affiliate or any party sympathizer. I am speaking to him as a young man, as a Ghanaian who wants the betterment of this nation. Sometimes youthful exuberance. Sometimes the way we expect things to happen. Sometimes because of some situation we have gone in before and now we have experienced, we are forced to take action. But we need to understand this is a country governed by laws. In no way will I sit here and endorse or encourage anybody, no matter your background, to go into any health facility. To go into any health facility and be pissed off to the point where it becomes difficult for anybody to control the situation. No. So I condemn it outrightly. And this platform, we don't mince words when it comes to we making our point clear. Now, this issue now is CNO. It has been publicized everywhere. Now, the reason why I issue again momentum kakranana say, there are people who deliberately want to politicize this particular issue. The reason why I'm saying say politicize and I say, in any settings or organization, institution you enter, there is something called a management. And that management, it is their responsibility to make sure the day-to-day running of that institution, whether financial, whether maintenance, whether security, it is the sole responsibility of that institution's management to make sure those things are effectively run. There's a reason why the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, we're dedicating Kofobi se omunye some specific job bimano. Na san Kofono so eyin Kofobi se omundi some jumadi bimano. Your friend division of labor. President Nkwan to be enye jumani nyina ntino yi health minister. Health minister entimi ntina hospital bia no nti eno yi district directors. Anything Ghana Health Service, anything ye head of department, anything ye hospital management, anything ye board. There's a reason why. And it's a who is the President Mahama? We to the nine at the ababe bit is a confornochia. Now it does not mean Sir President Mahama will breach law. It does not mean Sir President Mahama will need your oil. It is out of their courtesy. It is out of respect. But he is not obliged to leave the Flagstaff house to come to Confornoche, to come and check what every nurse is doing or whatever happens at Confornoche. It is not his job. That is why there is a CEO of Komfo Teaching Hospital, CEO of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And see, there is something we need to understand. But you see, incidents where SC or Ridge Hospital, no, over the years, it is beginning to look like we have to now sit back and look at people who are heading institutions, organizations, associations, people who at the end of the day have decided to hide behind associations, institutions, and positions to run this country down. And what we have seen, read, and today we are going to show you the other side of the story. The whole Ghana, the CCTV footage, a Ridge Hospital, no, is over 7 hours. We have it. And the Meboka Krachro, after the show, no, we will publish the 7-hour video with a link. Na Ghana ni biya share. But there's something going on. Incident in a sea a year Ridge Hospital. No? What we heard was that Ralph and Nenamfuphobia ko Ridge Hospital, and they have attacked a nurse. Where did we hear this from? It came from the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association for General Secretary, your friend David Tenkorang. Picture, please, guys. This man, on the secretary of Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, on the secretary. When the incident happened, we heard said the minister in charge, the sector, Akando, Honorable Akando, went to the hospital. It is not his job. But what to make a minister leave his office and walk to a hospital? Abra minister in him said there's management at the hospital that is supposed to make sure that anything that happens within the premises of that hospital is taken care of. Why do you think a minister, one, maybe a minister is see the distance from his office to that hospital, no, and what? It's out of curiosity and out of respect and maybe showing what we call showing some compassion for maybe Omomo Hospital or any Omomo. The minister decided to leave his office and quickly dash to that hospital. So one, the minister has done what he's not supposed to do, meaning the management of the hospital was supposed to take care of the matter. It was not even supposed to get to that point where the minister will leave his office to go straight to the hospital. But it's so interesting. Senka Semsi Hospital, the first thing you'll be asking and say, who is in charge of the hospital? Asante Kotoko Football Club, no. Bishop football match be FA Cup ya player no Emma back pass. Mistakenly e share. So who team no? Na so who be bisa na team nim perform ya. Who do you ask? Do you actually ask about team owner and why, and now you ask about who is in charge of the management of the team? The first question you ask is, who is their coach? And I'm a boy. And they say, Asamasi, a hospital. Your district director. Your heads of departments in that hospital. Your management heads. Why do you think, say, anybody will come and straight up blame the minister who is overseeing all the hospitals in Ghana? This man came out as the secretary of the Ghana Nurses and Midwifery Association. And all that he did was that, all right, my team is saying that I should change the picture. Thank you, team. So let's change the picture. My team says me change the picture now. Very important because it's not that clear. All right, thank you very much, team. I appreciate this. Now this man, on their secretary. Now, the first question, if you are the secretary of an association, the first question you ask, so who be sir, now be sir. The first question you ask and then say, who is in charge? That's the first question you ask. Who is in charge? Who is in charge of the hospital? In fact, you So person we are very, very honest. You ask yourself, the first question you ask and say, that moment, who was in charge of the shifts? Because you start from the bottom and you start to read it to the top. It's Assembly Sianajua who is in charge of the night shift, who is in charge or who was in charge of the afternoon shift, who was in charge of the morning shift. So then you start to break the matter down. Then you get to know who is responsible or whose responsibility was it to make sure this was actually curtailed. But this man who is the general secretary of an association, and let us not get this wrong, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association, it is like any other association in Ghana. It is a Ghana Tomatoes Union Association. It is a Molikoko Sellers Association. It is a Mampam Association. It is a Ghana Bar Association. An association. Remember, the Minister of Health, he is overseeing 71 associations under his ministry. 71 unions. 71. And this is one minister with his deputy overseeing the activities of 71 unions under his office. And you are the secretary of an association. What do you do first? You first ask, who is in charge? Now, this is what happened. My member video now you share strategically, interestingly. The video that was put out there is the only video making headlines, making rounds. Say Ralph and now for rage, you know, they actually went to brutalize a nurse, and this is the man who started this campaign. Remember, the president of the Ghana Registered Nurses Association, Midwives Association, Sama Ameno, Nikunu NPP chairman. This guy is her deputy. This guy is her general secretary. Now, this guy started a campaign, and that campaign was straightforward, geared towards the minister. And you ask yourself, why? Now, minister, no, why doing? Na minister, na ya, and the Asomisi Hospital, the management of the hospital has been left out. The board has been left out. But straightforward, the minister is the one being questioned. Now, the so-called video, this man and his group, the whole Ghana say, this is the confrontation and the assault at Siwa Ridge Hospital. And I know you have watched it. There's a reason why I want to play this video. Let's watch this. This is the incident. The Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association for SA. Sa video na CCTV ne capture nyina. Inti CCTV na wo Ridge Hospital no. This is the video I'm capture. I'm say Ralph ne nanfofo a omo call the emergency ward no. They attacked a nurse. So far, this is the only video these people released into the system. And let me tell you on authority, they carefully released this little short video to help the narrative of this guy and his boss. Now, what's your video no? These people now came out and said, nurse na no video man, no video no. She was beaten to pop. In fact, nurse no ye bunin sem e bun kom ema ontume home. Enti this guy led a team of media men to go to the hospital to interview the nurse. Remember, Assembly CNO, Minister Abaho, Anameboa. Remember, Minister Echreye, and through the press conference, time or tia semono, the steps he took. And Sana, this man who is called Dr Tenkorang, stepped in as an association secretary. It's just a mere association.
I actually said that.
Yes.
Okay. But we are happy to hear that.
So, this is the nurse. What happened was, on the narration, it just said, Ralph Bayano, na adi trying sa, and on no crab Ralph de adi so, and a Ralph you to train and say, adentina, among 1 and 10, on it will be so about also in here help. Now, they are approaching, Inti Ralph Wufu, no, can say Ralph, so when you betray, And Ralph say onya botere Ralph pia bontene. It Ralph buy no de. Ne nan fofo buy na almost started so almost bono. Inti almost bu shoulder. Ralph de nsa e boni se man nsa wen mu obu. E med bandage achechire. E man nsa ba ko no shoulder na a dislocate nti e hya homam. E ma ba ko bi onim se e tap. Bronika se tap ha. We dey friend tap. Someone tapped you. And I say a fist punch. Also onim but the other man no onim say a tap and I say a fist on one shut down. In the situation ye. Oma be bruni ye. Now, it's interesting. As somebody see, you know, the minister heard it. Minister he quickly, in fact, let me play the minister's own statement to you. I mean, what minister's statement is.
On Monday morning, I sent a delegation to Ridge Hospital to ascertain the situation. When the delegation came up, upon debriefing, I realized that I had to follow up. And ladies and gentlemen, let me state this, that I have the health workers of this country at heart. And so any attempt by any individual or any group of people to try to incite the health professionals against government, pretending he cares more than us, is unfortunate. And we must stop that. It's an avoidable tension we must avoid. It doesn't help the sector. If indeed you are a practicing health professional in the sector, it doesn't help the sector. And so when the delegation came back, I had to follow up. I was in the company with the Deputy Director General and other directors of the ministry. We joined the medical superintendent at the Ridge Hospital, and I visited the victims. After going around, we had a closed-door meeting to discuss the issues, not insults. One, how to look at beefing on the internal security, staffing issues. So after the closed-door meeting, I came out to address the press to categorically condemn the physical attack. And that is the most important aspect.
So, Minister Asamo Kenyana say, "Asam see no, Ejuada, otu nipa ote no because minister no office no any rage and what? On a normal day, the minister is not supposed to go there. And you know, no. The management of the hospital are supposed to take care of this. And then if they have to write a report to their superiors, they write it. And if it has to go up to get to whoever has to take the necessary action, it is not the job of the minister. But approximation, baby, an office no one hospital no one. Emu tia into otia some no otin inframe no say no otu nipa sa monko ho na monko assess situation and mobile report. It is not even my duty to go there because somebody is being paid to make sure say this hospital is run efficiently. Now delegation you know, they came to tell the minister say this is what we went to find, and the minister said, I want to go there myself and find out what exactly is going on. I want to see it with my naked eye. It's minister now ekoye or Nanteko Hospital, Ridge Hospital. And remember, minister because I say on the deputy director of the hospital no count and a medical superintendent no count. That means the ministers no koye no na sa nurse no na oho. Remember, some way nyina asi no na ye won kofo a ye the hospital na show monsa, they have to make sure the right things are done. Ridge Hospital almost security, yes or no? Yes. Ridge Hospital almost a management on standby in case there's an emergency, yes or no? Yes. Ridge Hospital, there was senior doctors when even there is some kind of confrontation between junior nurses, senior nurses or whatever, they can step in, directors within. Yes. So the question here is, if anything like that happens, na minister Kweni wa. Report Ben Troye. Who was in charge of that? Now, if this guy goes to a rich hospitaler, who is the first person he's supposed to see? Or say, or a secretary of just an association. An association that is not backed by any federal law. It's just a mere association. It is a also a doctor wako school onim nyansa no. Owura hospital what first no. Who did he consult? Who did he talk to? What report did he read? For him to come to that conclusion, to go sit on radio to start insulting the minister. Remember, the minister, so Papa or a doctor. I'm sorry, team. I got the old picture. Papa was a doctor. Also, TSS said the employer is the minister in charge of that sector. So his employer is Honorable Akando. I don't know whether he's a practicing lawyer, a doctor or not, but also a doctor or practitioner. Now say the Ministry of Health asia. It means to say this guy, his boss or their employer is the Minister of Health. Now, some say crazy. What will make you the employee? Go on radio and speak this way. See, now no assem on radio.
The fact that the whole thing came on social media, the young man was throwing his weight about in the hospital, which as a sector minister, you should know that that is not how things must be done at the hospital. The guy should have been arrested there and then. And I told you that the minister is always followed by a police officer. And therefore, if we have the wherewithal, if we think that things ought to be done rightly and properly, the guy should have been apprehended there and then. And somebody somewhere is refusing to advocate for the well-being of the ordinary Ghanaian.
So, oko radio so one or cabro for bako any ebusan say oh na assembly see no there na omo eka for say oh na minister no onam ho no some police need in echi ade na minister no call duru ho na the police need in echi ade wa ma police ni no anche rafo mo e police station ho we oyakwasea we jimi onimu nyansa. Every police officer in Ghana, you are signing with Juma. These are the fools wearing suit in Ghana. They need say every police officer, you are signing with Juma or Ghana. Said the minister here, it is your responsibility to protect the minister. It is not your responsibility to go to another jurisdiction and make an arrest. So your police ni kwa na woda bank ano. Na sa robbery air so bank ni nim. Nipa mienu ko na hu a. It is not your responsibility to go there and arrest. Your job is to stay at the bank and give that bank protection. The police will come and take care of that. Into where Jimmy Crano, one kasa na also say, hospital one are your police depot. It is a hospital or the police depot or mortuary inside. So morgue no in China hospital or police depot. Whose responsibility is it? Our hospital to make sure say police officers from that morgue no. Police station or morgue in channel abe arrest or kwasia politics na oye. And I'm going to talk to the young nurses in Ghana. This guy, he is using young nurses on the politics. And now Obama calls Subusa and say asmesi na only health minister or problem ana o say na Obusa me any problem ya. And also sibia o kasa no tone no. And also na unya obi na se woko strike na okachira wo say okwa kofa retired nurses ema obeye adwuma no abra ono mo discussion sa nipa nyansa be no onim because onim say ye ne retired nurses ne nya fine adentina ono minister ne kofa omo. So it means say the all ye nyina no is because of what happened early on, and an Nigerian said this is when he has to make the minister unpopular. Indeed, the agenda is not about what happened at the hospital. The agenda is to direct the pressure on the minister for people to think the minister is not doing his job. He's just a mere association secretary. Or the toilet man or Cambodia. Now, first interview now, boy, no. His argument was that strike is here and a minister could fire other people to replace interim. Say, omo negotiating no. retired nurses enye dwuma no. In the first interview no, or show the reason why or no embu minister no. In the second interview no, the problem you know say minister ni nimu nyansa. The ministry released a statement. It is not the responsibility of the minister to even come to the hospital. It is not. Now, Mumiente minister, the reason tia Ralph na ama aponchireni anyway AD minister na temno. The minister was accompanied by other people. Remember, the minister of health is not only minister for nurses and doctors. He's a minister for Ghana. At that point, Ralph no, he has not been charged. He's not a criminal. No police officer has handcuffed him. No official complaint had been made that Ralph standing at the hospital is a criminal or is under criminal investigations and nobody can go close to him or he cannot talk to anybody. It is when minister comes to a place and nobody there has been charged of any criminality officially or is a criminal and somebody walks to the minister. The minister of health is not a minister for only nurses and midwives or doctors. The minister of health is a minister for Ghanaians. It's minister Drew or Nasa Obi stretching and sa does it make it look say a seminar is because if it is a criminal matter, is the minister an investigator? If it is a criminal matter, is the minister a police officer? So if the minister out of courtesy and respect na otren in such will be na se nipa kasem guna suma, that reaction there will not stop the crime from being investigated. This is a fooler. He's hiding behind nurses, normal destroy nurses' life. Let's listen to the minister.
Let me at this point reiterate to the whole country that irrespective of the level of provocation at any health facility in this country, nobody, irrespective of your status in society, absolutely nobody has the right to attack any health professional in this country. That is the gravamen of the issue. No diversionary tactics about handshaking. That is what we must concentrate on, to send a clear signal that our health professionals working at the various health facilities are safe. And so after the engagement with the management, when I pulled out of the wards, then in fact, in the engagement with the management, I made it clear to them that I had listened to their side of the story. And therefore, as a minister, I will also listen to the other side of the story. And I then constituted a committee to look into the matter, bring out recommendations for implementation. A lawyer, a nurse, a medical doctor, an auditor, an HR person to go into the matter. Now, when I pulled out, my attention was drawn to a gentleman called Ralph, who was at the center of the controversy. And so he was working towards us as a group. The medical director was with me. The deputy director general was also with me. Then I asked, why did you do this, gentleman? When I asked, most of you were there. I mean, the press, you were there. So you can attest to what I'm saying. You were there with me. When I asked him, the gentleman then stretched his hand, shaking me and trying to whisper something into my ears. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, should I push the guy that don't whisper anything into my ears? Should I snub him? Should I shout at him? Even if that guy has been prosecuted and sentenced to life imprisonment, and he stretches his hand to shake me, as a minister, as a public officer, I have the duty to stretch and greet him. So let us not reduce the fact that I shook hands with him does not mean that I should stop any measure or any steps that the ministry or government will take to unravel the situation.
So basically, Minister Nekohono, Ubia Oho, Abrante Ralph now, he was in the middle of this controversy. Police in Chino. The hospital has not made any official complaint to the police. At that moment, Ralph is not a criminal. The management of the hospital know the right thing to do. In fact, issue ni see, say there was security or police station. What did the security do? It wasn't because onim de oyo he was doing pure politics. At a point, otwi bien and okra catch the ministers and wo ye kueni ana. This guy, okasa wa asempano, obien and busa minister na wo minister or health minister wo ye kueni ana. Sa ankwasiafo we bi na yaso so mo so Ghana. Akando is a farmer, and there's nothing wrong being a farmer. We need more farmers in Ghana. The president of the Republic of Ghana is one of the biggest farmers in Ghana. Most of the rich people who are intelligent in Africa are into farming. But this guy who says he's a doctor, Debia Mekase, we munomo Jimmy. Debia Mekase Ghana for say, Sankwasiafo we no omwe Jimmy. This guy is going in, he's doing politics. You know why? Mamika be big trouble. For him to even just insult farmers, only any position biao, a association or a secretary, meti yakwasia wechra di o Legon. I hope it is not right. I hope it is not true. Because if you are a lecturer, you are somebody at the University of Ghana, for this guy to stand on or to sit on radio, national radio, to say, Minister, are you a farmer? I expect people who are rational and intelligent in Ghana to make sure whatever position this fool is occupying, Ochina, he needs to resign. Kwasewe needs to be kicked out. This guy is using the nurses for his own political vendetta. There is a calculated attempt to sit behind the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association to do politics and destroy people. They don't like Akando. In the previous administration, how many times did you see the Minister of Health enter a hospital without any announcement? How many times did you see that? Not NC. For 8 years, Ajima Menu, the chain smoker, never entered any hospital. Impromptu. And I said without announcing, a BNC that. Do you know? For the past 8 years, what these people enjoyed as the leadership of GRNMS, whatever, no, they were being broadcast by the ministry, politicians. Into NPP, they have this cartel, and it is led by this guy and the president of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Association. This is what they do. A buying buyer every year be a momuka. Now, since Akando took over, Akando made sure, say, he wasn't going to use his office to be buying cars for people who lead associations. And that was from day one. Some of them came together to say, we are going to embarrass this government and whoever is the minister. And then they started striking. The president of this association, Nikuru, NPP chairman. So this boy right now, the lady knows, says she has been exposed politically. Into Onwe take a step back. And Oma Akwawe NPP bidding. Into the agenda is that let us disgrace the minister. Let us disgrace the government. Because Oshe Asamoah is a purely managerial issue. A purely managerial. The minister came in out of courtesy. Nobody can blame the minister for what happened at Ridge Hospital because Sir Minister Neti Accra, Asamsi Obuasi Regional Hospital, and now Obuasi District Hospital. Do you expect the minister to come all the way to Obuasi to issue an arrest? Are you stupid? The minister took steps, all because of proximity. Maybe an office war, and maybe a Ridge Hospital war. That is why the minister, out of courtesy and also feel a sense of responsibility, walked there. It is not the responsibility of the minister to issue an arrest or arrest anybody who comes to the hospital to cause chaos. It is you calling yourself a doctor. You sit back and you ask yourself, why should I even blame the minister? And that go to the point to blame the minister's police officer who is guarding him. Is it the responsibility of the police minister's security to arrest somebody at the police at the hospital? But you see, I'm about to the level whereby they are even insulting farmers. When you be minister, now minister, is he a farmer? Yes, he's a farmer. And he's a well-to-do farmer. And he has made a lot of wealth from being a farmer. The same way reasonable, intelligent people who really want to make decent wealth go into farming. Not like fools like you hiding behind titles. Association. So the reason why they have this fight with the minister is all because the minister is not doing what Ajima Medu Dems were doing for them. They were expecting, say, a business society, Akando will come and buy V8 for them. And that the moment they do that, what happens is they say, they don't talk your matter. And it's for 8 years, you never saw these pigs speak against any minister. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo made the minister of health, because that is how they saw it. Those ministers were every day, every time sorting them out. Into right now, no, if Akando is here paying this unannounced visit to the hospitals and trying to find answers or solutions to things that they are hiding, no, and now Akando also not giving them that cards, they have ganged up to disgrace and destroy the government. How can you sit on TV and blame a minister into some way you see, ekosi wo kwabre and kabega minister say on for planning ko na onko solve issue na we kwasia. Now let me talk to the reasonable nurses. Mameka be binchiramo sanko for we, they are using you people for money. I'm telling you. Now as a nurse busa say bibi cry how ewo income prom baby a we adwuma no na so person association we a utia dues ma no de bia you tia salary ma they take some from your salary as an association. Ask yourself as a nurse, since you joined this association, baby a we adwuma, your working condition, so person o pass on a message cry, what are the kind of process a fam and sana kwasia we ate? Ask yourself. The nurses in Ghana na Moshesa association we aseno. Your fundamental problems now, you expect your leadership to even give you a listening here. When you try to call them directly, what do they tell you? They tell you, say, talk to your district director, district head and secretary, talk to your district operations manager, talk to your district head and chairman before the district chairman can take your complaints and take to the regional before it gets to the national. It's just an association. But they have created those barriers to make themselves feel important. He is doing politics with the nurses. They are using them to make millions. Into the moment any politician comes in as a minister and blocks that path that makes them make money, they start to gang up against the politician. And that is what you are seeing here now. Let me show you something. This, I have a 7-hour footage of what happened at Eyedien, Eyo Ridge. After this show, we release the 7-hour footage, a CCTV. The CCTV footage. Ralph Mokoho, they see it after. It is in a 7-hour footage. Nobody has this. It's a 7-hour footage. And I'm going to put it out there. You know the reason why they put that short video out for people? It was for propaganda sake. And intina, you could not see a physical assault on any nurse, but they wanted the narrative to look like that. Inti, how long were they at the hospital? But the video, these people, because this guy we almost shared that hospital was CCTV room, and a 1-minute video, and they circulated it. They gave it to Boadu and the NPP platforms, and say, let this one look like the nurse was beaten to pulp. And it's so what you just watched is when they entered the hospital. Into Omuremono, you could see there was no agitation. It was Rafu went there, Oremuna, Akonya Red or Kacham so. We pra. No, then uncle for Bisu Nabaye, Obiso pra serious part channel. And also, be crabby and shall serious. Now, Omwa want to know what they are serious. So why are you people not showing any kind of their eagerness or what we call some agency in your actions? Because media means some now obia or menene buy no they are no more serious than media no. But you could see the body language of the people or the nurses sitting there say they didn't really care that much, because the issue is what by emergency obi dey hia chen wo dey. But from what I know, no say, so we're hospital. Now say, a emergency. It does not matter the kind of emergency. Somebody needs to come to you. The moment it's an emergency, it could be minute, it could be major. Yan treaty emergency being chambi. And anything a kwasi ampenyi anything as a paka say, obi ebu no because obi wa and to me tra. Kete otimi blidu. Obi wa or Arabia. Sadie chana. It never stops. Into betumaka say, oh, I didn't try in sakeke. But that blood will never stop because the system, no, it does not have those things or whatever you guys call to stop the blood oozing out. Into obiwa obeba na ni kokromotike kena adie twa no. But sandi pano need any more dangerous chen obi an na etwa. If it's a sandi pano oni anything a obetumi aya stopping moja no ye onipa bi wo sa. Into you don't treat emergencies as this emergency is bigger than this emergency. No. And it's obiaba. No, I catch you say, this is the emergency ward. There is somebody with me who is also in a critical situation like myself. What you do is to give the assistance. It does not matter how big or small the emergency is. But you watch the video, you could see clearly, say, there was no sense of urgency there. You could see, say, he was trying everything possible to make sure, say, and I'm not defending Ralph here. If you are in that situation, maybe Anka would have reacted more than what he did, but it is not right. But the issue in say, when the guy entered the place, you saw it. Now, maybe glance it through. Maybe say 7 hours footage. I'm going to go back to the video. There were people, your small boy be a young boy be the nenana baye, nenana. Or the nenana baye, nenana kutano emergency was in the video. I'll show you. There were nurses there. There were some nurses sitting in rooms. And there was a young man with nena kutano and a ojina, and nobody was attending. Now watch this. The same time, Ralph complaining about the sense of urgency. A man walking out to say, "Okofana dam funankasa de nabano." The same time, no, obi tamne nana. This is emergency center. When you regular hospital OPD or something, no. This is emergency center. Obi kutane nana, ne nana, almost 80 to 90 years. Sorry. Did you see any medical person there or so a nurse or show any sense of urgency? I'm asking. These were people there. They sat down and directed him. Visitors had still akonyano. Omokate said, go and put that old lady on that chair. This is Rage Hospital. Mo nurse for no. Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association. They are using you people. You see, now I'm going to take you inside the footage. Me say 7 hours. I have it. We will publish the 7 hours. Now, Kwasiana also a GRNMA secretary now. Okaka say, Health Minister ni ekuenia na odidin ekuafuatem. Kwasia sano. All because we have allowed associations to take over our health sector. Association. We have allowed some fools who have put together an association making money out of us. That guy and the boss. The boy sat there with that old lady for hours. The video is 7 hours. That boy now, muhu video na mrechono. Onya brewane tina kunjana so for almost 4 hours. Because there's a video there 7 hours. This is a woman, Abrewa Owu. And yet, severe treaty, Mami Penny say, Woo. Wabet now de to check her pulse. Huh? The way she's even lying there, when you check her pulse, you can't get any pulse to check. This is a Rage Hospital. Kwasiane Kasano. Our service or condition, Service conditions say condition of service so the end no. Is it a play here? My member video na men call Ralph for the end so. Me say 7 hours. Now I could tell me when say me person mo nurse for kwara na mo Ghana no. Sa mo association no. Sa anko from the anim no. Omo use mu say moa. The omo ye no politics o. They want something for themselves. It is not you. Sa akwana na okasa odidi minister na tem no. Na ono odidi minister na tem no. Wo nurse na wo form na ohia bibie fra ban ho no. Oje sa wonsa beka. Ono oya association na otesoro na ono sa akwana edidi minister na tem na minister na ye wo pay oya wo employer no. Do you think say wo na wo nurse na wo sha form na ohia de e won tebuo mu no. Oje sa wonsa beka because kwasia ne tinkan ka cha minister say oye kuani ana wo gimi. It wa wo tebuo mu no ho na e kasa ma won kan. Who is talking for you? Who is negotiating for you? The person now who to me amano debiano o salary ba ni atibi say association e kan wasma ba no. Or not think cry did minister no tua wo kanatem. Do you expect the minister to hear you? E dey make am say mu leadership no. Omo de mo ya politics. It's one with the Ghana Registered Nurses Association for me ye. Oh, so shall I be one of the who down here into my white takatano. So we Aberwana Owuno. Oh, so not a Honda Kunyano, and over into my white takatano. Ralph Bar back now, Obekachom say, what kind of work are you doing here? People need assistance. And a nurse in Mumu warning, and all retaliate in the same language. That part now is see Hona, a Honum could try and over the brebo. It is a guy this guy went to the hospital and told them to ignore everything that happened and cut that small piece and share it to the public. And they used that to destroy the minister. That is what they did. 7 hours. So what they did was that Akwa Hospital and Okakachiromo say they need the footage, but just our part of media no one can say minister any fault. Now Ralph Akobu Obiekuno. This is the guy who did that job. Footage in other angle, but you see from the beginning, they didn't show you anything. And there is more. Just 7 hours now. This guy is a very dangerous guy. I remember last hour in Chirobio, time around for bar. Oka say, what are you people doing? What is happening here? The nurse was rather insulting Ralph. And then a man back and say, and nobody has this footage. I am in Quantum what this footage. I'm the only platform I want this footage. Make a seminal HH natural. Now this is the video again. Wait, and the coach has a video in the buy. Or then the coach that angle now. Say 1 minute no, but Chema Paul at the Mochri, or the Ma Sempa, or the Ma Joy News, or Chema Media Houses, no, and also go after the minister. Because the target is the minister, is the government, and your politics no more. And it's a money for mobile. They are using you people. They don't need to lead anybody. How many police officers did you see? 2. So Ralph Kobunes Bikotietiana. 2 policemen. They could not arrest Ralph. You saw 2 policemen there. I don't agree with what he did. But there were 2 policemen at post. Sir, Akwawe, Jana no all kind of radio no sono. Ose minister ni mum police officer na or protecting mum ne mbeche Ralph. On politics oye. In the interview no, or catch a girl and say, I then a minister na oba ho the next day no, or no mum, some minister no mum police officer na enche Ralph. But incident ne happen here no. Na police officers too no ho. Into the issue no a management and I say a minister issue. There were 2 policemen, one was armed. It is a Ralph and Parampara say, oh, police a hospital and butu next way boon in some modern better now. Sakwa when the coach video, first video, the Babette and can 1 minute or the mouth be I say, this is what happened. Ralph assaulting us in Nekuno. There is no video of Ralph assaulting that nurse no better now. That nurse no bois. Wait is the handwork of this guy. He went to cut that short video. He put that nurse there to act. This is the guy who did it. I have the 7-hour video. Me publish 7 hours video. Mama shedi nyina. or a dangerous guy. And I'm talking to the young nurses in Ghana who join Sa Ekuwe. The better for you. It is better for you people to leave this organization and tell these fools they are using you. And the Aqua generator to ADD Kuafatem. Say, na minister no Ukrainian, hey, Ukrainian no ye dianema wunya bidino. Kwasiawa when this application bottle say, Ekachen say, minister ni Ukrainian. Yes, or Ukrainian. He is growing food for a fool like you to eat. Asema free na no ba. Asema a free na no eba. This guy on your obia also in TV so. And then I said we by about 3 days mean can't be because I wanted to get all the facts because I knew say obia politics. I knew say some people wanted to just embarrass the minister and embarrass the government. Wait, the Juma na oh yeah no. That is what he did. Mumusa say CCTV footage na wa bontene na omde buy no. Say no when the buy bontene. They will never tell you who released it. I don't know when show this part. I don't know when show the first part. I don't know when show BBR because they know say they don't have till date. So I never seen Ralph say or Ralph so abuna April plan and Sano. We don't have a footage of that. This man is a liar. We the leadership of GRNMA, they are criminals. I'm telling you. And it hurts me because they are deceiving young people. They are deceiving young nurses. Nurse for 2 coin free Ghana. No, these people are not there to talk for them. The almost person we say, salary nibi, the fights they have with Akamba are 2 things. Akando. 1, it is because Akando has been going to hospitals without announcing and exposing the things they are covering up. And 2, Akando is not buying any car for them, like the way Ajimamenu them used to do for them. That is their problem. And the agenda is there. How can a fool like this speak to a minister of state, a minister who is in charge of health? You call yourself a doctor and people leading the Ghana nurses and midwives in Ghana. Wait. And I'll tell the minister to be very resolute. He should not allow these fools. He's doing a good job. He is protecting Ghanaians. For him to just even decide to take immediate action, to take a step to try and make sure things are resolved, it's even encouraging to we Ghanaians, the patients at the hospital, and even some of the nurses there. These are termites. They are political insects. We are not supposed to give them. My advice to go to the young nurses. I'm joining this group. They have used you people to build houses. They take these positions so that they can get opportunities to take their people to Europe, America, to study there. They take these positions to use you as the bait so that they don't care about you. When was the last time you were able to talk to this guy about your concern? In Supeko area hospital. When was the last time they reached out to you to know how you feel there? No. They will tell you, say, go through the channel because they are the bosses in Accra. They are the ones who have to drive the V8. They are the ones who have to sit with the minister. But this guy is in Accra insulting the minister. He insulting the minister, no. Or take credit the minister that time, no. The lowest part of the ecosystem, no. Then Albania. You put this guy there as your negotiator. You take this position as a negotiator for nurse for. Now you the negotiator, you are sitting on national television telling minister say no Ukrainian. You are fighting your personal political battles. Now saying I can say GRNMA mo boss no etukwa kwa bruchi na oya visa scandal akwawe na ode sa position onyan be 2 weeks no na ode ya visa mankofo akwawe. That is why the position of Mutino, I can't buy na omo space no. That is why they have ganged up. Mr. Nancy am president to 2 kwano. Akwawe be sure na ode sa office na ya visa fraud. This guy. That is why they don't want the position to go. You people should start talking and thinking. And yes, sir, omube use more chair. Let me tell you people, this is the same government that built Ridge Hospital. This is the same NDC that built UGMC. This is the same NDC that built all the hospitals that you are seeing, majority of them in Ghana. So I'm on pen nurse in here, on see UGMC, Emma nurse in Koyejuma. Bank of Ghana hospitals, Sa regional hospitals, say Abai Anasa party empe nurse in here, on yes, our facility now. The people leading your cause are sucking you dry. And this vampire eye fool, this bulky eye vampire, is one of the vampires that almost suck him dry. Every month, or salary bar, no matter. Every month, or salary bar, no matter. Omo akra. Then omo de ye, omo so omo negotiate amount. Negotiation is saying, or some minister na bodamana or Ukrainiana. Where is the negotiation? But month we end there, or better. Yatisika ne the bed then, ye the bemano. You are the ones I'm talking to, the young nurses. Mon nurse for na mo sa ekuo ni mu no. Mon start to advise them. This guy needs to resign. The president, they need to resign. And yes, sir, for the next 32 years, it's going to be tough. Because Wemo, only NPP surrogates, they are fighting their political battle. And with the video evidence, I bet you, everything about this. We are publishing a 7-hour video footage. Ghana for this guy is a fool. The nurses should rise up. Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, just an association. Just an association. It's the same as Kako Sellers Association. Do not allow them to intimidate you. No. They are making money out of you. They are using you young nurses to make millions. These are criminals. How can such a person negotiate on your behalf? Or did the minister attempt, or some minister Ukrainiana, minister Nimunyansa, let our minister Trabanyansa, how can this fool negotiate on your behalf? I'm asking you a simple question. How can this guy and his boss negotiate on your behalf? Because our party need power. Because they are fighting a personal battle. I'm doing my part. And I'll use the facts to do my job. My job here is to keep the NDC in power for 42 years. Your job is to listen to the truth. Because you and I, we are all messengers. You and I, we are all messengers. Messengers who are ready and willing to speak truth to power. Messengers without a Quran or a Bible. Our job is to speak the truth, irrespective of who is before us. Tomorrow, we will publish the video. We will give you access. Watch it. Make your own judgment. But the message here is, be careful of the red eye, big eyeball vampire. This guy is a vampire. He's a drunk vampire. He's thirsty. He's a politician. He's not there for you people as nurses. He's there for himself. NPP 4, I call a year asantimemu na oshe captions na news outlets now mo de ba abontene NPP reunite or unite in Asantemine, DN, because they all met at a funeral. And to hear captions now, the NPP have the NPP gurus unite at Asante Hima's funeral or 1 week. NPP big shots unite. NPP party unite at Asante Hima's 1 week. And now me when I'm say now party way there it only unites at the funeral. NPP though, every time you about NPP, yes, over United and yes. And I was steady. They are only relevant under a funeral or at a funeral. The NPP as a political party, no. So I better say NPP are united and a year now. The party cannot unite out of a year. It is a year. You will never see the NPP unite. Inti there be an NPP no. Sebi omo twa mo obi ewu. Ansa na mako unite obi eyase. Eno ne hame no. Into a whole political party today, they can only unite when there's a funeral. Enya wanwa, intimation. I'm say mobo pao. Say party say ye intiman come unity wansama a year say sebio ye twa adwo ye nana otufo sebio de busu ani pa e asante hema ada de benkum so sebio ye twa adwo ye yem sebio yesu no e ho na NPP no eko unite enya bosumfie party na enya before party obi yase and ebe unite party na si was NPP no into me who captions and I'm say is this not embarrassing and yet time say a whole party, you have tried so many times, sat down, have conversations. One time you could not come together as adults in Penifua Munimunyansa. Jiminti, a chess Sebio, a year and the Ecomus NPP has united. NPP, into just a Mwangasa party, Makacham say a year party, a Yanton party, and your party, Sebio, Ghana and Ajuni Juma Pabe Famu serious. When to man united with Fie, Sebio, ye Jajo. Yanana ada ne benkum so a yenyina yeni abre a Yesu no ehɔ na moko unite inti oma church captions NPP unite at Asante Himas for 1 week aden the same way na muji lumba ye boss so obi ka so beka lumba so na bubuofu na mokeka nam ne we lumba ye ba ye yesi lumba 1 week osede obekonom jejagate no mafia mo se odo no makawo enam ne ye dia lumba ye ba sa na NPP for de bia Afenyo mark not lumba fie adaya na lumba to nyumaye or ye unrecognized member of the NPP into oba peno makawgaw into lumba se mankebi metia na akwabi tia brocheka se fufo de ku lumba eno na me bochire mo mankebi me pe problem the same way party no yatena ho ama party no de eye Ghana bofom ama sikasem nyina aseye a yesi eyiase ye na eyiase na party no be united mwagimi NPP for mwagimi Boom, Fariade Muadie. Funeral party, a year party, inclusive party. Yanana, Yamana, you other form na ye day, ye Jajuano, Muhana de Mukasi united. Yes, I'm united. Ye charge your love no, I be united. Huh? Adena mu de munsuye nyansa kakra say obia ye de hampo de yenye politics ni mfrim na yenko na ye ne asanteman enkosu asanteman yiase otumfo said to atena dwom na yiase na mu de mu jimi na akogina say NPP is going to unite under at a funeral na munim nyansa na mu jimi ana party no wana mo na hyaase e funeral party ana omodwa boy we see a catch them. See, I catch the boy we did you do what? Nana Pia Medo, one of them no more Jimmy de Metia when I made also. Boy we, yes, what did you do what them? Yantina say, Mudi Jimmy, you did you do what them? We did you do what them, Sama? MPP, because your partner says, and partner say, goo, I say losing 1.8 million. And the MPP for message, yeah, I didn't know Ghana for 2 mama. Kevin Taylor did you do what them? Now, would you say, Sebio, Ghana for you, Jimmy? Huh? Criminals. Let's put the criminals on the screen. People who support criminality in Ghana. Right now, I can tell you on authority, these 3 people are hardened criminals. We should not forget. And Mr. S, every day I forget that I always tell you guys, send me the names of these animals. Because who video me on TikTok? Na abayua kromfowi yesi ona na ka hono so meku president Mahama no na oye video Kevin Taylor me say Kevin Taylor wo yesi me ma me anyini and I'm say forgive me kono wan hutantan oye video abreme me na tete go Kevin Taylor yesi wo so betima hwe me ne me ma me na me ma me o yare da dem kra wo say fra hu fi bi ko change you draws tru kan be gina na Kevin Taylor and I mean and now be hwe ma me yan hotan time ye ka so Jimmy wo say Jimmy kakra be sama no betia Kevin Taylor no also betima hwe me de me ma me na me ma me wedi 90 and na me hwe oba besia we na de kwa aware ha wano seta Jimmy wano abutu ye ko kisi so be kisi bi wo wano abutu wano sekurabato and I Kevin Taylor and I mean also be hwe me ma me o hontuma go say bolega confirm Jimmy Fro go na man kasa o tan enti ewe mo ye wifo Syria go na Ministerial no Syria say Ministry e go see say ai we mo ye wifo Mr. S, Mr. P, get me the names. Mr. S, in fact, build. Okay, Mr. S. Okay, Mr. P, get me the names. Where you say Obama Pokwase, Akwana Ponko, Akwana Ponko back at the city there. Say Obama Pokwase, I'll say that, Mr. S, I want their names in front of them. We need to let the world know their names. So build them each individually. I want it individually. Please, team. Mr. P. No, Mr. S. I want it individually. I have the group one, which is fine. But I want it individually with their original names beneath it. We are going to also publish their Ghana card. It's very important we do these things. Team, please. Where mommy are you for? In crowd non social media, some John Mahama and the president here. So you're Ghanaian, they are part of Ghana's history. They are criminals we are not supposed to entertain. They are criminals we cannot entertain. Inti me kaimo say, wemu sa obawe oni boy ya as a straton so ne ho mark I say I just why as a chalk. Boy no friend fanti there on my as a chalk. I won a fru ponko da. Mo hu a fru ponko da no. I won hu a fru ponko camel. On sibia na pa won ho no. And South Antico, why say camel? A papa the tweet and on nama. I say camel. Busy yeah, camel be on number. Sakwa way, so fanti the Indian. Why say fruit ponko? No one papa, ocean is shoulder, now shannon say chi, now shannon at no one papa, because your phone so me could Mahama, president in a year. Why say camel? I say fanti comedy, and I was steady no. On Namano, I say no one papa say camel, no one papa say fruit ponko. San kwasiafo na NPP for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia esho mochi o meet your a glorious the daughters of glorious Jesus welcome. We omo you for baby abe wo mu bia omo ya kron for stand back and be alert. Uhu omo anadwo be careful and be alert because omo die ewu. Omo ma ye nyina hu intentions o omo tim so omo nya president omo be kunu etwa ne yiriti. Omo catcher say plane cut off from helicopter no they know about it. These are dangerous people. About 7 o'clock 8 p.m. now who omo anajo omo nam sumwa show hu ye. Protect yourself. So omo nkwa na protect yourself because omo are dangerous human beings. These people have the intentions omo hu nipa omo be kuno because they have said it on the internet. Say Obama pokwas no onye on na share red no why say eye toothpick no ena eye camel no efuru ponko na ne ho apo no ena girl na no se koraba no ono so we mu nyina ye hiafo ma enti ebe kai mu de bia you are very very dirty people now sankofo we edi sankwasa sebni wie no afedi ya behu se Mahamudu Bawumia na hye omachi. He is the one sponsoring these people who want to assassinate President Mahama and his wife Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. So after they did that, Bawumia actually placed a call. Cell catcher would say he is still supporting them and trying to raise money to get them out. So Mahamudu Bawumia, in the history of the Republic of Ghana, this is the first time a former vice president and somebody who wants to lead a political party is sponsoring assassins. I did not say it. Right after this guy was taken out of jail, Mahamudu Bawumia said, come home and let me hug you because I still want you people to go out there and kill Mahama. That is Mahamudu Bawumia. That is Mahamudu Bawumia. Mr. S, Mr. P, get me their full names in front of their pictures individually. From tomorrow, that's what we need to do. We need to place them and place their full names in front of them. So this is Bawumia. All that he does is that right now, he is the person who is funding assassins, potential assassins. Because if he isn't the one funding them, he wouldn't place a call into cell and tell them that he is supporting them and he's making sure they'll get out of the cell. And truly, the following day, they walked out of cell. So Mahamudu Bawumia, this guy, he is the one we have to be very, very careful about. He's a very dangerous human being. He's like his father. Because his father was in the circle of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and we know the 7 assassination attempts on Kwame Nkrumah's life. His father was in that cycle. So, Koton Wanoma, Bawumia Papa, Onwukusie, or Bawumia, until we need to know that blood runs through Mahamudu Bawumia. Bawumia, time my boys way, Eddie Sabody, so Ombeku John Dramani Mahama Nene Ireno. Mahamudu Bawumia, from the beginning, did not show his face. He made Akosia Menu. Into Sikana the Bailey boys way no. Any girls no, any Obama mon sa sika na di Bailey omo na Bawumia na de ma Akosua Menu. And Akosua Menu mo eko Bailey nkwarawe. Enti sa wo study a that Akosua Menu na hwini se bini no. Sa girl no na Bawumia, she was the one taking the money from Bawumia to go pay for these guys almost sure it is near there, no. Into Akosua Menu, so I get also be MP no time ni bedu. Because you see, when these boys were arrested, I know mushe omuwomuno, Akosua Menu na air coordinate. Sa Akosua Menu way, young man we so obeku Mahama, obeku a sitting president, or see obeku sitting president yere. Now Akosua Menu way is the one in charge of making sure this assassin has been taken out of jail. Inti time I achieved na omuko back and forth, you could see say Akosua Menu na a lead. Sa same Akosua Menu get away person be the MP. Ewa denta kwasiaba. Na wa Akosua Menu eye wukunu. So because obe twa ni ti a say anopatutu be so like police station so obi so be twa be kunu ti. Akosua Menu wasi Mark Menu so obi sorry kote social media ka say Mark Menu me twa ni ti a say anopatutu be police station ka say nipa bi person obi kuma ase enso kwasia abrante we ka so obi twa John Mahama ti. Omo beku one ne yere na anopatutu wakoji sika se wo na wo be protect eye kronfo we na ade chia na wo kwase aba be gina wo se ye nto aba ma nwura parliament hwe mo ayana mo boda mo ayana bibi gige mo MPP fo no ayana jimini ade tete mo no boju se jimina na wo se so mo so beduru ha. We are letting the world know the kind of person Bawumia is and the kind of party the NPP is. Now it's wedding card achiremo. Say Obama Pokwas no ni. Let me zoom in. Why we nim Kronfo we know that's him. Let me zoom in and make it big. This is the Sir Obama Pokwas, a hardened criminal. This is Sir Obama Pokwas, a very hardened criminal in Ghana. This is the guy who was basically putting weapons on social media and telling Ghanaians that they are prepared to murder people. His name is Sir Obama Pokwase. Messiah, get me his real name. This guy is a dangerous human being in Ghana. Baby, be careful. Or the weapons, or the bomb, bazooka, or the intuo, or master intuo kogu dem, and no ebe brandish. Bronika se brandisher, or better social media, no the children say, Yaneni MPP for we are keeping this weapon because we want to overthrow the government. Mushe ni monye we na friend say Obama Pokwase no etuo a mo be die wu no ono ne ho na wo eti bebia be hu ni bia be careful. This is a dangerous human being. What's his real name, Mr. S? Get me, Mr. P, get me his real name. And we are going to get you his Ghana card information, everything. Because this guy is a dangerous guy who can assassinate the president any day. He can assassinate the president any day. So we need to be very careful. And these are the kind of people Bahamudu Bawumia, Akosua Menu, and the NPP are supporting and funding. Apart from you see camel no, a fruit ponko no, your friend Fanti and your friend Prince Dian. I need their official names because I don't want to. Daniel Adumako is Obama. The Osha read, his name is Daniel Adumako. Let me put him up well because this guy is called Daniel Adumako. Wow, wouldn't it man send us all the information you have on him in our inbox. Wow, wouldn't it we are digging. We need every information about him because when something happens to the president in this country, weapons are, these are the people we'll be looking for. His name is Daniel Adumako, aka Sir Obama. He's a very good friend to Kweku Baku. Kweku Baku too is funding this boy. The NPP, Oma Babontine, in fact, Oma third vice chair, Eba Bontine Bekachere say, if Fru Ponkono, sa boy no mo friend Fante de and na why say if Fru Ponko na apapotuatu ano no. Almost say they are the ones. They will support them to kill the president. They will support them any day to kill the president. This is from the NPP.
We support Fanti Comedy today. We support Fanti Comedy tomorrow. As the whole world will see how massive the NPP give Fanti Comedy support. So as far as constitution is concerned, and the mind and the democracy of Ghana will work. Fanti Comedy will continue to speak his mind, will continue to speak the truth, will continue to expose the NDC, will continue to criticize the bad work and the bad nature.
So you have heard it. Boy, no friend is Fanti Comedy. Nidin Ankasa nie. Nidin Ankasa a Prince Ofori. You are say through Ponkora and Juan Papolo. Your friend of Prince Ofori, Mr. P, Mr. S, get their individual pictures. It's always important. The way we do Williams and Efidiano, we need their individual pictures so that the world will know the kind of people they are. Fanti Comedy, your friend of Prince Ofori, that is on his Ghana card. You will get his Ghana card information to show to the world. This is the boy, the NPP today. Mahamudu Bawumia, them are funding them. They are still being funded by Bawumia to assassinate the president because Senka Diomuya and Bawumia is against her. Mahamudu Bawumia will never bring this boy back and say, "Come to my office." He would never pick a phone and call this boy in cells and say, "I'm still supporting you." Because time about Bawumia for boys we were jail no. It was cells, no, not crime da almost so. Not Ghana na yachi o mashem, na enye obi na yachi o mashemo, na the state and yachi omo, so oma committee boni etia president. Wale, I day on air, I'll be lie. I finish, I will call you. All right, I do for you. Inti, make I tell you, time anaba umia e freno, e wo, e den. It was cells, you know. Now it was the state that had apprehended. Now a state in Achi boys we any obat and time we ashim. Na nya me, na nya wo, na a Ghana the state na a timuno. Into for Bawumia to call them in cell. Obi opese wabeye former president da, a former vice president da. Obi a onim se sankofo a mine na Achi omono. Mahamudu Bawumia fa phone from jail say. Even though you have committed a crime against the state, not just any crime, you have said you want to assassinate the president and assassinate the wife. No, I am still in support of you. It should tell you something. It should tell you something. It should tell you, say, Mahamudu Bawumia is behind these people. Because if you, Bawumia, you respect the state, you respect the institution that have, because Ochina usubetuma benya position. Na adia China sa akurebika se obebo utrimutua. Will you expect us to arrest that person? Are you going to say we should arrest that young person who is planning to kill you? No. Yes. Because unim se adena di pana kan ehu, and so bibe jina TV so ka say ende me pese me kuba omia anase bia meku ne yere a, we all will rise up and say that person is to be put in jail because sa nipa ne danger, that nipa ne danger to the society. Sa nipa ne pese okum internet so bi wone wo ba omia obejina social media ka say me ba omia say meba omia say man yiri say ne mana omugu gudam no metuma yobu say ya, we will all support the state to arrest that person. Which one? Enti Mahamudu Bawumia has shown he is not a statesman, he's a dangerous politician. Now let's take care of business. Now quickly, Paul Adumotri too is under criminal investigation. He is another political criminal. We cannot forget that. Paul Adumotri is another criminal. We cannot forget that. So we should not sit and let these criminals be growing wings in Ghana. We need to cut those wings down. We cannot allow these criminals to be growing wings. This guy too is under investigation. The special prosecutor arrested him. And also the catcher say, "Oh, anya Bawumia na friend no nemum uko mensia the leadership at mensia omo the pressure to system no so me yi omo." These are all the same blood. NPP for yen starting show no mi gunsa agwa we pa every day la me ma me awonani o be so kuja to ablakwa ujame kwa me diedro pra akwa we Paul Adumotri. Yet see no. Wakodi Ghana sika airport or your board chair. This guy too is another political criminal who is under criminal investigation. Now, Poladomachi yachi ni ko shemu no. Enye ba omi anafre no. O si Mensa Otabel ahemfu bi omo wa santimemu edwoso hene. Ahemfu bi omo wa santimemu ndo mo frantuma se yemfa ebuo mo omo na omo na omo beboaye amaya ko eye de keta hyehye. Sa ahemfu no ebi impenifo omo wo menhia e na omo fa phone efra special prosecutor catch and say hey yi kwasi ampanyin no na boni a odi ni ye foaso eye Paul Ademochi ne bie na no ka kire me ne wo na menim we so or another dangerous criminal. He is another dangerous criminal that we are not supposed to entertain. Na meka Mahmoud Bawumia dia waye by endorsing criminals and encouraging criminals to even assassinate the president. Ne ti krom ha ena andananado danko ekufuado. This man oye sebio NDC ni appeals court grant 100,000 bail to farmer Mohammed Ibrahim, who was jailed for 4 years over claims that the IGP was recruiting fake police officers under Ekufuado, under Bawumia, a farmer. Oka say, eye dampare, recruiting police for one farm a kwine paso. At the end of the day, Abino, the state, charged this man and almost say they almost jailing 4 years. Now, Obiakotena social media openly. Nipa beye enai enum akotena social media openly. Now, also Mubeku president. Now, Muhammadu Bawumia afa phone from say, my yadie. Nam, yabe pesika be yimo. Such a filthy character. Such a filthy character. Now, the statesman now mokane any day.
This 2024 is all die be die. Ekufuado say all die be die for 2012. I, Commander Kenewu, I say this 2024 is all die be die.
This gentleman made statements on social media. That time, Mahamudu Bawumia was the head of the police council, the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. He gave instructions, say, "Dam paramo mo kochino no munjelino." And I'm okay. Sa eye efuru ponko we. Come out. I mean, come kwasiafo we asem mo wa. Men o ka say efuru ponko we. Atina social media ka so be twa president ti. Omo wi o mese kuni yire. Helicopter na ekoto from na nipa 8 we made their souls rest in peace no. Almost a helicopter no komu nim hu bi. Omo ni soldier for na hyehyɛ ho. Omo NPP for Mahamudu Bawumia the next day came out to say you have done well. Na me jiminti Bawumia be the president of Ghana. Huh? These are the realities. We are Christian now Oshami. We are Nkremoni now Oshami. This is Bawumia's credibility. Where any other checking nipa so or you nipa be yebetuma ginedi. How can you trust such a person? Somebody who is openly telling Ghana for say the young men and women who wanted to kill the president, who are planning to kill the president, are mine. They are mine. They are mine. Country be ankoso ba omiada jail. Country papa bia wa ankoso Mahamudu Bawumia ye chini tum. Na echere we Jimmy na kwako jina daka won say this is the guy. Me say give me Bawumia. Give me Bawumia and let me give Ghana victory. Me na me kan in there. NPP give me Bawumia. NPP give me Bawumia and I'll grant Ghana freedom for 42 years. Give me Bawumia. It's a job. Ye bia me catch them. Me my bompa yegusu na machechira to so 42 years. Give me Bawumia and I'll give Ghana victory for 42 years. Give me Bawumia. Who in their right senses? But we are not there yet. There's something in the fridge. Now, I ran to a friend Williams and Nefi Sapon. About 9/8/18. I'm going to jump quick and go into the wagon. Williams and Nefi Sapon. We see another hardened criminal or your internet fraudster. I had Ghana Police TV. Yoko TV ni. Yoko TV. Yoko for Mumbia TV. Yoko TV ni. I had ye chill pay it over. I had ye Yoko TV. I iti Oma pass it. Aya ye wuse omono omoni ye di omo we Ghana Police TV. Your friend Williams and Nefi Sapon or ye re or your fraudster or your criminal or your internet fraudster or your Dr. Biaoboa. Yeah, ne papa ni ne papa so ye a re techi amwa boating another criminal who helps this boy to steal. Ghana Police TV ni Ghana CNN no anso ni Ghana CNN ni on hwe na kohwe de kaya botiom udwa wo da ho te ho. I had to say a salanam untumi nja honko we bufu krampa obetena so awe ai mo mu dwame no mo behwe na okwa hi papa no nie ono so yekromfo ne ba ne Williams and Nefi Sapon ne maami nie another dangerous criminal maami we oye Jezebel bronsam ne mba no ekowia says ne ba ne ko wia de ba na da toto gold ahyehyehye no ho ono na tifie na all place course man ko for me ba ne ba ho oboa. This woman is another criminal. Williams and Nefi Sapon ne maame no, don't forget Williams and Nefi Sapon oyewi. Do not deal with this guy. Owura dem na ho stand back, be very alert. Who be defending one, making sure say we need who sa ade no or you dangerous. Do not underestimate this guy. Or a hardened criminal. We to a black or a foreign affairs minister Wakasa Wayne Claire or say, I owe no one an apology for leading the consequential and noble oversight of presidential travels to protect taxpayers. Or say, or can esimu tipi, or can Emma Ghana fuati, or can Emma Omo Amajini Omo say, or ya uneni into ono akasa. Emma NPP akanfo part no ejimi fo ni bi entumembu Ghana afaso nti omontiase oso o kansa simudua o se onpa obi achew dwumadia odi ya otumde bo Ghana ho ban abra na nanado danko ekufuado ene ne nkwasiafo no ekorenti jet o man kan kire ya na ekufuado edidi jantrafo ese opejet a obedware wo mu no o se onunu ho ne ene onunu ho kina ene ompa kwasiampanyi bi achew wo Ghana efri se eye dwuma ye de hye ne nsa. And say Jumano or dear Jumano Emma Sebio a boa Ghana a summer sea. Time on the town Abrante when I saw Yawnini. That is their problem. The envy MPP for the hatred MPP for the time Okudata Blackwa. Nina say or Yawnini and or yes smart and away expose ya come for crom for. That's it. And ye be a Ekufa the current a jet. Na ochidi di nkwasi asem obia kan bi o Ghana. But you see the MPP, they have singled out Okudjato Ablakwa because eyo omo ya say na ye nya kanfo party ye ni sebio dodo ni asantefo eye dan ne ma hunani tie to. That is their problem. It is an inferiority complex thing. Adan na hunani abrantie we etumi tie ye to etumi yi ye tumi ehu say ye akromfo ye ni MPP for the hatred that MPP for the time Okudjato ni nyina no. At the say hatred that yenu anu ni bi e wo ma JJ Rawlings no time o ka say ende so obi wu Ghana ne yire ne mba e na bedi ne japade enye wo fa se kwase ampanyi bi eni tira ekuo bi etan JJ Rawlings inte ekuo no omo tie Rawlings na eye omo ya say omo person be pay dwuma na omo te wotwema wo fa ewu na ese omo ko pay dwuma no the same group of people, they are the ones who hate Okudjato Ablakwa. Inti so who say MPP for came omu didi Okudjato Ablakwa tem omu ye bibia. It is the pain omu andwene ho da se ahunani abrante be ko school ema nani ada ho ema na te akani to. That is their problem because they feel say sakani jimia or sakani netiano. That is the problem with the MPP. When they see this guy, it is a hatred. They know what he did was right, but and most of them don't like me because from the day I told them, now ba and all can argue and more nanka menkoya wine ba nanka menkoya de ni ba. When you see the MPP hating Okudjato Ablakwa, trying to make sure every problem is coming from him, it is the hatred, it is the pain. Yes, because they see him say, the hatred towards Okudjato Ablakwa, because they can't have his kind in the MPP. They can never. And the hatred ni nyina say adentina ye ne akamfo party yaba. Adentina ye jimi. Adentina ye din kwasesema a young man or young huneni who is an huneni akwara to come and tell us say, to come and expose us say, to come and let the world know say ye jimi. That is their hatred. Enti unyomana na mu kem no mu jimi na a pain. And our catcher must say, bepe kwasie bi achew. And he's not going to apologize to anybody because it was his fundamental duty which he did. It is also filia. Kope adisua papa bisuya na pe o facts no right. Akoya your friend no eye asefua. Asefua tafu MP kwasi ampanyi ya opeso oye okujato by force enso na adwene nya adwuma ontumi nkenkan no. And the asefua ono ane party ni ono ane party for come please. Onwane Party, Director of Communication, or say Vincent Assefua's integrity is on the line if he doesn't apologize for the misinformation about President Mahama's flight. And NPP for Jimmy Nibako Diomenim in some on the Kansam was say, Sir Vincent Assefuano. So when to me, I'm a kind of crowd or some Kaimwa and the young say, which are true, not so I'm a patchawa, not Saquasiampe on samples obey MP, where MPP in a catch them. Richard Ahiagbo or say Ghana for Emma Yahukwain na Kwasi Ampanyi se Asefua and tra otwato eya John Mahama trip no so say John Mahama cover private jet or say saa boy na ne tu bini we ntuma be patcha we mbunko todwe na ye da ho so no so say honorable a ono MPP ni na okasama MPP no say nka Ghana for ye Jimmy. This is where they are. This is where they are. It's Omankasa party, no. Mamwati say Omankasa nkofoni biye Jimmy. They misinform. The party, their inner monkey is lies. My catch them said the DNA of the NPP. Their inner monkey. Nipebiawo inner monkey. Their people, their inner monkey is being resolute. Their people, their inner monkey is to serve. The NPP, their inner monkey are doing a wo mumuno. So person who character when you open them up. Their inner monkey is lies. And the Director of Communication Kachira say one of them is a misinformer. A misinformation utratro. Into Ombra Bontinbe Pacho. If you say private jet national mokanina a yatro. This is the NPP. So the inner monkey of the NPP is lies. And every time you push them to the wall, their inner monkey starts to scream. Every time you hold their neck and ask them direct questions, looking in their eyes, their inner monkey starts to scream. Their inner monkey is a lie. And see, you cannot underestimate a party that is filled with people are inner monkey atro. Omankasa Director of Communication, Richard Ahiagbo, or say, Eko Asefua, and also Vincent Asefua, oni integrity biya. Or say, Sakwani a trufo. Mahama and Renti Jet biya. Now, in fact, opposite Sakwani Bunko to do TV so pagana for chow. Adentina kwa wekasa, onim se part na odi omonim no mwe Jimmy. Me say, so what is the NPP for tata obia? The inkabuta se nipa no free he. So what's the NPP for? So what's the NPP for to amano esi obi ho? Na so mo kana asem de bia busa se sa nipa no free he na se ehe no free. Ubehu adekode nti omo yesa. Oh na nse omo start eja kobena. Afei omo kan ya mkogu bebia ofri omo se onya kaniba. Ah, galamsey nsem ye no. Wan ko rezi galamsey. Expose kese e wo Ghana baye. Professor Afenyo Boadu on the Dinkan Kase party Hiska. Professor Afenyo Boadu on the galamsey report as a sector minister Babontene. Omoka galamsey wan asem no mudi atama. Ade no mon kana asem ko kasa Sami Jemfi asem. Because Sami Jemfi omo hu ni say at the end of the day no on kan omo. Omo tumi kan to kasa Sami Jemfi kro nya santini o ye bunu ni. Sankende ye pobia kan asem when it comes to galamsey a Afenyo Boadu na ko say ni din toso edaso. Or the sector minister or yeah report. Or the command president. But we are always looking for people that we feel yani MPP for no sebio yani asante for do kakra na ewom no ye dwen say ye papa ye ni pache omo. That is how they do their politics. And I have lived with these people for years. I am still an MPP member and I'm saying this on authority. Me fa me card in ko baby anka say ma resign. Me ginem by force to force, you was Santenia Bre. When you Rockstone, good evening. By force to force, you was Santimenia Bre. Me card da I am still a member of the piglets. I am a different kind of breed. I don't have an inner monkey that is lies, but I'm still part of the piglets. Because I have to come out from you to let the world know, say, my likes are foolish. Debiano, I was a baku frim, baku niminyansa pie, that is why I am out as the wise man, telling the world to say, Jimmy. So my card is still valid. Me minjina baby anka se me NPP da never. Me ni NDC card, me NPP card. Moya da ya me ginem. So mo maame atu omo fo yeso maame atu yafu ye ginem. Yanko baby ya. Enti wo na wa adwene ya wo se ye mpe Kevin Taylor me ginem. Atete aka wo so MTTK. By force to force, ya was Antenia Bre. I am still an NPP member. I am the wise one. Mombrem once na me pam chow kwasiafo. I am never going to resign from the NPP. I am the only wise one amongst the fools. I am the only wise one. I am the only wise one. Intimate me jina baby we can say and me NPP. Makwasi be ka say yenje no. Me ba mu ansa na wo ba. Me jina mansa na me ba wo ba. Na me jin say nyansafo party. Me da wo jinem ba ma twe me ho because me ni nyansa and me kire nyansafo so we mu agimi until some of us some adwene no still mu agimi ba ye jinem we still have our card and me do have an yankopon busame Kevin we MPP ni me hear me karam da chere still MPP but I'm a different breed. I am not the one with the lies inner monkey team. You have a general secretary who is Pentium 1 asiafo ya kama ni mana mubuofu tribal foolishness. 2025 Ghana. We can't, eh? Most sorry na makofa TikTokers be. Na oma be video no more point. Yeah, was the other win. Say, mostly feeding kwasiafo no. Obiani wo ultimatum krata. Say MPP communicator, blogger or whatever to come and break it down for anybody. What you said that form? You cannot. None of the people you are giving money to can do what I do. None. Onza mostati ye yakotia weka yetia blogger weka yetia general so obi antumi fa krata am begina ho ndwedwemu ende be ko na mugina TikTok no mo point hwe obo dam na wo point a kire me no kire bu kire me ah wo point ugina TikTok to na the video atosoro e na wo point se me ye dey enu ntimi nkoto ma MPP odwan kire mu fa krata na gidwam na yehu se de wo kan wo ngina so otwen ba ogofa video begina say FA Cup sa wano se botase kwasia yikrata kirem na kan okura ne kire Ghana fo oye say dancing competition anka ajete so wanka si mansion man no California aboa would you say that form ombra mo bre wo de amunim me papa me nko baby awo bi ginem now, mommy anya we ni anya fast ni nwura eye makacham say and I will show you 7 hours. No was 7 hours of CCTV at our Ridge Hospital. You see you nyina me be kire mu. Na mo hu nukura wo eye Ridge Hospital issued the health minister did nothing wrong. Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, the leadership are dangerous. They are politicians. On that story way. Afenyo can say, minority leader writes to Ghana Water Limited and Works and Housing Ministry over water challenges in Winneba, warns of possible disease outbreak. Afenyo can say, the constituency in Zuni ho. Watch letter, abuofunu, unkwana wo pen. Ghana for nyina nke chro letter e dey Ghana Water Company anke nyina nko wonsuo odwan 8 years wait man chro letter nko. Afedi wo se twitch letter e koma Ghana Water say I the constituency Winneba insuo na Winneba for omo chen hwan omo chen walewale for Winneba omo chen bole for Winneba omo chen mikro ma yodo for o bodam o soro na akosi police station e wo Winneba na wo di intimidating for bonko for win election we refi so be yensuo amomo odwan ayana mudwin say Ghana for nyina ejimi se chema wontumi on o soro a because of politics because of power no akosi police station now wo the CID akoda ho now wo the inspector akoto no mo bu nipa ku omo now we win elections we refuse mo bu nipa ni wi o mehia nsuo ombenom o giant inti anya dan watch your letter inti anya bibia ne amba wini ba ne amba ye nsuo o sorry a o gise obi agimi o tu wini ba na why ho Idi Amin na oto election beduru na akosi setu abeguo o sorry na akosi police station no appoint to police a open no muguo election ba na bu opponent na twen kofo ase because police station here wo dia now refuse we see police station we be nsuo jai police station is na tu nsuo uti wo kokonene jai police station na wo si no because you want power. Now you have used the police station to get the power. You have beaten people to win power. You have frustrated people to win power. They be no is a police for go win ba. No, they go go police for dime. Me na me see eh mumbun call for because me be say me winning. Now when winning power na we now refuse we mo munsuanom. You are sick in your head. A very despicable, filthy human being. Wakoji winning about 499 years as asiafa. Untumi nyensuo mo omunum. O letter about water company. Inti enjai de ye say Afenyo marking kaka wura ye ditim ho no. O say ye meye nsuo. Inti enjai bibia na meye nsuo. Na ntanka 8 years na wotina power no. Sanka 8 years enya jimi na we jimi a. You could not make sure say aban kwasiafo aban na ba womia na ekufo ne Kennedy Japan mo edi enim no. They could not give Winneba decent water. After 7 months you are writing letter to a new government to bring water. We are dying. Now 8 years na wotia aban mo na wo ye den. 8 years now Abamuno Kasongo. The 8 years were in government. What were you doing? You were busily following Tokonu. You were busy following Tokonu as a lap dog. Tokonu was dragging you along. You were busy following her. Instead of you to think about the people, all that you were thinking about this election in Bra, na me see police station, na me find intimidating call for na me winning power. You were not thinking about where they will get water to drink. For 8 years, are you not ashamed? Me to win the bank, so we a Jimmy for. Because for you to now write a letter to Ghana Water, say move fancy umbremi, na ye ninsuo no. It means 8 years no. Edi enkwasiade na odi ye. It's just 7 months or 8 months after 8 years. It is 8 months after 8 years. Now for 8 years, when to bring sustainable water for the people of Winneba, you are a fool. And this year to swaba. The way Jimmy no bema to me. The entina na man crying. What it what go jina Parliament na woche shelter free Cuba kwasia ukofo ni nsuo nom woche shelter woche red sole shoes utumi butu no obi kuta bag odwan enkofrom to abama no mu ni nsuo 8 years afena wocho letter ama Ghana Water Company so omfa nsuo mrew we odwan wagimi na Winneba fo ni bi na ejimi ntira na nka ahemfo no mo Winneba no sanka mo ka no kura they have to summon this guy and tell him you are a disgrace but ona mekoka ohini bia has been sorted into ohini bia nkasa Winneba and Afenyo market kwasi ampanyi we di nkwasi asam adan a wakoto sewing machine $1 free Alibaba and wa ship free China de aba and o de man kwala nsem nkosu adwuma into Afenyo market anyame obotu na refuse say nsuo beba me anom after they are done with their tenure there will not be any water problem or a toilet problem kwasi afo de nam ho onsan ho kankan ankofo we yase Afenyo marking na and the ultra letter Edia Koma Ghana Water Company. Afenyo marking. He was the former board chair of Ghana Water Company. Kwasia. Afenyo marking builds police station at Winneba. Osi police station. Afenyo marking is chairs Ghana Water Company. Kwasia and the ultra letter say Emre Unzio. But now we see police station Yajitumi. You used to be the former Ghana Water Company board chair. But you didn't care about the water your people would drink. Afenyo, today you are here telling us now the Sika AC police station now they are there. Police station are buying AC. I didn't know police station. You are building a police station to bring your own inspector to come and molest and frustrate and beat people. Wasiato now refuse on call for no benumunsio. Mwe Jimmy rough. You people are stupid. The school you go, Munsu Nyansa school. Boka kan kwasi abrofobia. Now judge parliament kan kwasi asem. I bought this shirt. It's a Cuban made, and now ukromo for you come dey say moa. You were the board chair of Ghana Water Company. You were the board chair of Ghana Water Company. Yeah, Ben and now your board chair. 2017, 2018, 2019. Ochi. Utinu kokone ne wate or free. Osi police station no esi court. Uko wini ba court or Afenyo marking there. Na sasi ni siso. See at the end this ni ko jina ebe jelu. Ya the NPP ni kwa so the case has been adjourned 8 months. Abua. Go and make water for them. Go and build water. Foolish politicians. You are the people who are making the people angry. People are not supposed to even listen to such fools. You had money to build court. You had money to build police station because these two work together. When your people at Winneba and people for didn't quite some another could Afenyo mark in court. Or didn't quite some another could Afenyo mark in police station. Now, if you say, Tam out Ghana water company, so not Winneba for being you. You are a foolish man. All right, let's move forward. Now, 1, 2, 3. Mrs. Okay. Now, this issue too, we have to deal with it quickly. Mrs. Team, do you have something for me? Team. Thank you very much. Me team I'm showing you 3 things. Because Yampasa Kwasi better baby say Yaka smash Afenyo marking no. Afenyo marking commissioned a court in 2025. Afenyo marking. He commissioned the court. 2025. Or commission court. Kwasi ani refi sen go phone be nsuo. Owo mame fa ni nyina screen so odwan. Unya Kwasi bi also a politician. Afenyo marking. He was the board chair of Ghana Water Company. Afenyo marking. He was there. He built a police station. The refi so be mo munsu anom. Iti anya den. Iti anya den. Ye nyina ye nsori ne anya den. Afenyo marking so hia nsuo Winneba. Where's the court? Esi police station. Ochi NDC for na de makojina court. Na police for na kwache na da kojina court. Ne jail na ye wo de. Odwan. Refi so mo munsu anom. Use the same money wherever you got the court money and the police station money to make water for them. Oshini. All right, let's move on. Thank you very much, team. Yeah, dear, yabe kayo uja kwa. Makacho so undi 18 a menche. Anything that be a kase udi 18 and wa show we. Yabe di watem. Share. Atenie na o Bible mu. Adikudi ente Nyankopon de share Bible mu ana say eye 1 Genesis chapter 1. Na atenie she baby ba mo ehu because na Nyankopon nim so obebo mmoa. Enti se nipa efeli so be act se nipa na de sa atenie na e o se didi abonche no na de adi nipa no na nipa na hu se no enya metena bre ene mponche bibi e o se nipa de na meye enti ai na wonte atenie ye de tenetene nipa enti Bible anka say ye bo atenie wom na hyenchen Genesis chapter 1 God no Nyankopon nim so obo Adam and Eve obebo mmoa enti onim se obebo mmoa enti onim se de ammoa begimi e na de atenie be share Genesis chapter 1 ho baby me share ankai enti se aponche jime se aponche kwesata aboa enti se Adam ujimi Onyankopon se menya wo se jejentwie wati o se menya wo se jejentwie o se menya wo se aponche ba. That means say sa atenie no nyame bo mammoa na nipa feli so be act se nipa na ye de den sa emmoa atenie na ma no na ma nipa kai no ho so so o act se den nipa ma dwene wo fom They get me tell. Now, that story way, I want to speak on it briefly, 2 minutes. Genesis chapter 1. Now, one story way, it's really making headlines. Me makan or platform we so. Randy Abe might be working well. He might be doing his job. I don't like him. Personally, I don't like him. Me makan. I don't even want to meet him anywhere. I have my personal reasons. I don't like him. But as the Cocoa Board chair or CEO, he's doing a good job. And I respect his job. Efficiency, good. He's working very well. In fact, cocoa, CBO managing cocoa farmers, the cocoa price near the other day, he's doing a marvelous job. But me, personally, I don't like him. He's one person I meet, I'll pass. I don't want to have anything to do with him. Now, this guy called Fifi Boafo. Fifi Boafo, as I take Sembi, Fifi Boafo hits back at Cocoa Board and says directors have been rendered redundant. Fifi Boafo, ono na oka ekufu ado NPP, eye Cocoa Board group no ho. One eye Joseph Edu, eno mo run Cocoa Board down. One Joseph Edu na ka obuti bo ho a, ye wia cocoa, time ani ye wia cocoa seedlings, edi tra Ghana borders, no owo Cocoa Board ho. Time ana omo bokro no Cocoa Board sika Cocoa Rose sika nyina yiraye Cocoa Board running into negatives ni nyina. At the end of the day, no, not Fifi Boafo. He was part of that group. Remember Fifi Boafo, he has been at Cocoa Board. Now Oye Jumama Emma Kennedy Japan radio station. Oya NPP ni criminal yenye ni momo. He has been at Cocoa Board where Jessica on in a Boama Cocoa Board, you're running it down. This guy is not any different person though. Or to say Kenoforiata or you're dangerous and slimy. Or Kaoma Omo running Cocoa Board down. This guy. Now I started to can't say me say I Randy Abe Cocoa Board, no. They have at the end of the day, they have told some people to go and sit home. And Sanko Fono, they are directors. Now NDC Fono, the NDC Abeshim. If Fifi Boafo is an honorable, intelligent man with a little bit of credibility, he has been speaking for almost a week. Can't he just go to these directors? You render more redundant. Say, man a letter to prove, say, Randy Abe and his Cocoa Board, they have actually sent them home. Now media so those directors who have been sent home now, Fifi Boafo is saying, don't they have mouth? Can they grant interview? Can they also come out and say, I am a director? It is true. What Fifi Boafo is saying is true. I have been told to go home. It is our director for me. We steal time or Ghana. He has no basis. He has no evidence. He's just throwing shit into the system because we allow such fools to misbehave. Ostatika and Kwasia some way. I was expecting Randy Abe no na mona. Odin Kwasia some say Randy Abe was supposed to ask you, Fifi, give me names. The directors, let them speak. Let them show me letters that I have given them letters to go home. But Randy Abe, no, as it sits there, no, comedy in any day. He was supposed to question this guy. And Akwawe has made it his job to malign the Cocoa Board administration. And yet, one Kwasi and Penny Randy Abe Adamfo. Nana Adamfo no. Because Randy Abe taking over Cocoa Board. This guy stayed there for some time. Now, it is one of those things. This guy has been talking shit all this while. Some directors, and those directors, are they not human beings? Don't they have even letters to prove that Randy Abe, the Cocoa Board now, they have given them letters to stay at home. You replace your with NDC4. Can they even grant interviews and say, yes, I am one of them. I'm a director. I've been told to stay home. Jimmy when in Ghana because Asempa FM Kwasiafo they just like sensationalism. Oma Kobra Sante Kromfo bribe taker. Oma yene Kobra Sante oni obi any omo sa omo producer no e euphormiansa. Oma yene Kobra Asante bribe taker. Jankroma ambulance scandal Kwasiano na no jiska. Oma yene Kobra Sante na omo titi radio so all because these fools are giving them money. In Tuba Kona Polaromo, such a dirty, filthy idiot. They are inciting the public to say something is happening at Cocoa Board, while there's nothing happening at Cocoa Board. It is a Fifi Boafo, no credibility, not any Jimina or Jimia. Why is he not showing proof? For you to just come and stand there and say, yeah, you ready, you know. Why should even a media house entertain such a fool? Huh? Thank you. My team, they are telling me Randy has spoken. We will get it for you tomorrow. That's what my team, they are telling me right now. But they said Randy has spoken. We will talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow we will play Randy's statement. I will let him understand. Because the Jumana Oya and Papa dia, it is for us. He needs to sit there and deliver. It is not about you being a friend to Mahama. We don't fucking care about that. It's about your competence. In this you need to make sure we get to know the right thing, get to the bottom of the matter. Thank you. All right. Gim. All right, let's enter a year. And remember, John Mahama's government, they are working so hard. Over 120,000 first-year students have received refunds under no-fee stress policy. Felix Kwachi Ofosu MP no Abra Asebu Kwamankesi obedi so 30 years ansana yetu no. Ofosu Kwachi mama ma 30 years. Mama 444 4832 mama 8 terms. Ai obedi so 32 years. Me bra na mama ne si form. Me MP no Ofosu Kwachi bedi Abra Asebu Kwamankesi so. Ai Keye obedi so 32 years. me bra na mama ne si form basa me mbre ya obedi so 32 years. Yes, it is my seat. I decide who becomes the MP for the next 32 years. Obian to me to know. And wakasa or say no fee stress policy a John Mahama bind by ya. Enkora mo Ghana ha nyina eco school ewo university first year public universities omuntua fees John Mahama ka say omukura omodi nkan tua fees no ye de omusika be won no enkora 120,000 emu 80,000 MPP for ma omu nyina saka omusika omutua ye on say John Mahama ka say obedi aban mu a enkora bia omuwura eye university first year no omu nyina omu first year omuntua fees free. Now before that na enkora bia di nkan wura school no omodi nkan tua fees no into okase so obedi president sa fees na omutua ye no omu nyina ye besa de omu fees amomo nipa 120,000 ye de omu sika amomo ye calculation no emu 80,000 ye MPP for ma 44,000 if you asantememu omu nyina hye ho yempe mahama emu 80,000 omu papa no maame no eye MPP for kuta Ghana MPP card omu nyina nya refund ye de sika na omu back ehye omu awofo ho enkwara na ni age omu se hu pa 120,000 enkwara ni nyina no obia sa fees otua no ya say tua man free omu ye eye de eye checks ne check data no enkwara nkwa 120,000 emu 80,000 omu nyina maame no papa no ye MPP for enso san kwasiafo no eto okase ye ntiasie ena ade na Mahama abedi so inwan so agiska na hawto okase tia Mahama ananta bekum sana tie Sanity 80,000 out of the 120,000 no omo ye MPP for omo maame no papa no MPP for into fees na ye refund ma omo no ni nyina akọ MPP for papa for ne maame for e so motom na ankenya dam na mabo a ade o hu bi wa Africa da enya nkwasiafo na mumu bi mu ya hwe se obi support oba wo school university 1 year 12 months no fees. So di nkan ko bo besia kwa na wukotua fees no say no abidabi saji sika na fa koto bibia da na ebesia bia mbe hawo oda hote work asetia NDC afine end no wu because adabia obeka setia NDC bia obefra oba o school bia na onkwaso ate one day anytime bia wo a wo ye awofo a wo de wo ba akọ eye university first year wonim say fees no ontua no first year de mutua no first require ya sadi sika na mamu no adebia obetena ho edi Mahama tembia no bosomi bia wote wa afeso baako endu 1 year no wu ayeza ayezuzu ayeza wedwa na anu ade ade chichire man monko cheke kwa chofu su statistics no ho 80,000 MPP for ma now hey, this one story, Mr. Hayes, it's packed. I didn't know it was packed like that. It's exactly 9:44-ish. We are entering. Ridge Hospital story about NCCR. Energy Minister John Abdullahi Jinapo announces major boost in Etuabo gas processing plant's capacity from 100 million to 120 million metric standard cubic feet per day after maintenance. 8 months. NDC are buying betu Etuabo gas na a year 100 million a year metric standard cubic feet and na sebio per day no and na gas and there omu maintenance in the no in less than 8 months almost 20,000 and account. When was the last time kwasi ampenyi dumso tu wo fie we refi dumso and the MP before refi so mbeka dumso ho asem miracle aboaje aisa kotra na egu ni ase minima de wo ho no sika na owie free ba omia campaign no onfa nko taking ko surgery woni ni ase miracle aboaje aisa kotre wan na egu ni ase sa 7 million na onya free 2024 elections na odiko si dan ko to dan ma girl bi o UK no mon kan se onyi sika ni bi fa nko take enko ye surgery woni ni ase na kotre na egu wo no on so mo jai dum so nka sa na mo tie. They know the government is working. When was the last time I experienced dum so? Yetna kroma 8 years. Debia kania cafe. Ahemfon kasa. Asofon kasa. Etitirun kasa. Ene kufu ado achichidie weti so odi nkwasi asam. Na po na hwene se gia. Ena yenim se dum so koso obi ankasa. Da be na wo kai dum so. Da be na wo se yedum wo kania wo kurase. Na nsen etu kokko buom. Na omakofo ofui bi da nwurem se efre no osue ofui bi dan wurem yan diase ye be twetwe koko ka o senka metose kan brewo na wo twetwe koko ni di egu wia na onyonko kueni abefa wo yira kodi no abuofunu omakofa kusie bi dan wurem ai kase koko no diase enam se na nka o so kraye na yetose kan brewo na wo twetwe koko ni nyina tugu uwia na wo wano na ayese boto na kopem ban Mojin says atete politics, Jimmy politics, no, and then nebesisa Ghana for adwene. No. This is what Ghanaians are looking at. And obia oye juma was of marketer or coast obia, the machine, the fridge and say yeah. So be beer and no case of fridge I say I was of market. Doomson I send and Yankupo be kuna to actually. Omuna shomu a yomu de. Oko as of printing. Obia on the printing machine I say, can you this is 24/7? And then the yama dasi. Yeah, try my cobra near poli. Near ye dross near Becase, a reasia say. Yesia de yam bosso. And the yam bosso dabi NPP NDC ya de yanka. Mese kwasa for market neko twe mic, montwe mic nko ho. Na mubusa coast of one say why na afraid I say. Omega say yankasa yantiase galam say man no. Mo yenim te say Casio watch. Mo yenim say Casio watch. Yenim say why mu say am 14 hours. Yantiase. Da ben yedu kania. Wa we welder, oti magazine, wa wo adwuma, oti techiman, wo adwuma ekoso, wo hairdresser wa santime, wo adwuma ekoso. Aban ne ye dem biem, mo nka no kore. Me se yenim se Casio watch, e be wan mo.